Our commitment to the European Union is grounded in more than the practical benefits it brings, substantial though those are, and I have pointed those out to detractors in the Chamber today. More fundamentally is our shared commitment to the EU's founding ethos of peace and security, and the core values of human dignity, of democracy, of freedom and equality, human rights and the rule of law. In an age when intolerance and volatility seem to be on the rise, the values of the EU are more important than ever. And cooperating with the EU improves our ability to tackle challenges at home and amplifies our voice in international negotiations. The European Union has demonstrated that countries can deliver practical benefits for each other through peaceful cooperation, and so we will seek to rejoin the EU as soon as is possible after independence. Following 47 years as part of the EU, Scotland has a thorough understanding of how the EU operates, with developed networks amongst policymakers in the European Commission, the European Parliament, EU member states and their regions. And we are committed to EU values and already have a high level of alignment with European Union law. In currently reserved areas, Scotland would build capacity as required to ensure it would fulfil all EU membership obligations, and Scotland is therefore well placed to move through the EU's merit-based accession process smoothly and quickly. That view is shared by many very distinguished experts, for example, Fabian Zuleg, the Chief Executive of the European Policy Centre, who said that for Europe, and I quote, "Rejecting a country that wants to be in the EU, accepts all conditions, is willing to go through the appropriate processes and follows European principles, should be inconceivable." When asked about the level of support in the EU towards an independent Scotland joining the EU, the former President of the European Council and now the Prime Minister of Poland, Donald Tusk, said, and I quote, "Emotionally, I have no doubt that everyone will be enthusiastic here in Brussels and more generally in Europe." So apart from anything else, we will rejoin not simply as a country with much to gain, but as one which has much to contribute. And just as the EU has lots to offer Scotland, so Scotland has much to contribute to the EU as a member state. Our vibrant culture would make an important contribution to a dynamic and forward-looking EU. Our academic sector is a leading source of innovation and research and could help deliver new technologies of EU-wide importance. And our strengths in renewable energy could help contribute to the transition to net zero.